Boats! Brisbane Yamaha knows boats.
Hi, I'm Aaron Goodchild, the owner of Brisbane Yamaha, and today we've got one of the best estuary boats that I've ever been in. Now, I always say that, don't I? But it's true. And why is it true? Quintrex. Quintrex make the whole range. And the F40HP Explorer Trophy is ideally for that guy going out into estuaries or impoundments. Now most people, because it's got the Elipse hull, Quintrex is famous for its blade hull and millennium, but it's also just as famous for its impoundment boats. And its impoundment boats have the Elipse hull with the fighter series front. What does that do? It gives you stability. They ride fantastic. Today, we're out at Caboolture River, which runs into the bay. It's blowing a gale. And what I want to show you is these little beauties aren't just for flat water. If you own one and it blows up, this will handle it. And why? The Quintrex advantage. Now, let's have a look at a couple of things. On this model, we've put a Yamaha F40 with a couple of digital gauges. Now a Yamaha F40 are famous. They're fuel injected. They're a 3-cylinder, power trim and tilt, electric start, use virtually no fuel. They are measly. In fact, a lot of customers come back and tell me that the fuel gauge isn't working. But they just haven't done enough hours. Now, this has got the Yamaha's famous multifunction gauges. You've got idle up and down. Why would we want that? Just in case you're trying to catch flathead, barramundi up north, and you want to trawl really slow. With the idle up and down and it moves at 500 revs, you can actually go down to a walking pace. So this boat's got an electric motor, but a lot of times when we're doing big trawls, particularly in estuaries, I'll just use the Yamaha, and that little beauty will run all day long. Now, we've also got a Humminbird sounder with down view. Perfect for that under 30, 50 metres. This thing will show the fish, it shows the contour, it looks out, and like I always say, if you can see the fish, you might not catch them, but if you can't see them, you're never going to catch them. All of the Quintrex Explorer trophies come with an aluminium trailer. Beautiful. They also have a heap of standard inclusions. I'm going to hop in and I'll show you some of them. So here we are in the F40HP Explorer Trophy, and I love these boats. Huge amount of room. Have a look at it. A lot of competitive brands would fit inside this thing, and the room is everywhere you need it. Now, storage aplenty. Safety gear, your fishing gear, all off the side, all with high quality bungs, and up the front, you can have as a live well, keep a tank, just keep your stuff ready. You can stand up the front. You know, this has got an electric motor on it for all of those fresh water for trawling around. We've spoken about Minn Kotas and position lock and how great it is. Now, I'm 110 kilos, sucking in, but I can stand up the front, and we're going to put it in the water with the drones and show you how it goes, because it doesn't need any more than a 40 because of this unique hull, because of the Quintrex advantage. Minn Kota, I can fish, I can throw cast nets, plenty of room. I'm not going to get bound up when I'm fishing plastics. I'm not going to get hooked up. I've got that thing that everyone wants to have, which is that flat floor. Coming down, my kids sit here, looking back, holding rods, rod holders off the side. You know, esky under these beautiful Yamaha gauges on this quality Quintrex console with a glove box. Plenty of room, whether you want a radio, a stereo, whatever you want. Sitting off the side if you're the passenger. If I'm a passenger, I can hold on if it gets rough. Plenty of room, sunbake, sit up the front here out of the way. I can fish. Now driving, ergonomics. The Quintrex ergonomics. Why are they so good? Because they've got a great big R&D department. And believe me, they're the only company that makes aluminium boats that has an R&D department. It's not just a couple of guys. It's a designated department to make boats better, Quintrex better. And that's why I can sit here, the controls. I can hang on in its rough. I can see the sounder. I can use the Minn Coda. If I want, the batteries at the back. Now, in Brisbane Yamaha, all of our boats at 420 come with nav lights, bilge pump. This comes from the factory with an auto bilge pump. We always put an isolation so you can turn the power off. Battery in a separate. Fuel tanks and more storage. And of course you can see this famous Yamaha F40. One of the most reliable motors ever been made. If you've got a friend with one, ask him what he thinks. And what he'll tell you is, it's perfect. Never let him down, never broke down, fuel economy, efficient, incredibly quiet. And that's why I always say, you get a Quintrex and a Yamaha, it's just the best. Now, let's go out in the water and see how this baby runs. Well, here we are out in the Caboolture River. It's blowing 15 to 25 gusts. And I'm in the Explorer 420. Why? Because I want to show you that these things are capable. Now we take off and straight away we're on the plane, and this thing handles beautifully. Look at it. It gets on top of that chop. I'll turn this camera around so you can see it. Now there's plenty of chop. Most boats aren't even going out today, and I can just cruise over the top of it. Can you see it? Talisia's not even getting wet. Now, on a day like today, I probably wouldn't have us going out, especially out there in the open. But when you're in a Quintrex and when you've got that Yamaha, because the Yamaha gives you confidence. You know you're going to come back. You know it's going to start. You know it's not going to use any fuel. You've got all the gauges. You've got everything. Now this little beauty, look at it, just sits flat, straight away on the plane. Beautiful. Now I've got a Minn Coda if I wanted to sneak up a river. Here's the drone, so I'll just show you how it goes again, because it's wonderful. Here comes one of our bay sports past us. He's going out in a rough day. Look at this chop, straight over, and we're both dry. I haven't even got a single drop on me. Now that's amazing. Amazing for a 4.2, which is made for fresh water. Now I could be up here, there's the drone, and look, we're gonna stop here. I'll go and take the Minn Coda out, Coda in. I can stand here quite comfortable, even though it's rough. I could cast. You know, I don't know if you can see the white caps. It's certainly not a day where I'd be out in a 4 metre boat. But in this thing, which is made for estuaries and rivers, perfect. Now, let alone if I was sitting down, maybe I'd want to grab my lunch out. Look at the storage we've got. It's fantastic. Now this pickle fork, I'm 110 kilos and it's blowing. Look, beautiful. This thing's amazing. Now, we're sitting here, see if you can listen. Now I'll turn the GoPro round so you can see. Can you believe that 40's running? You could put a 50-cent piece on its edge on the end. They're amazing. The balance of these things is incredible. And that comes down to Japanese technology, pride in their work. If you know anything about Yamaha, you'll know that they are the finest. They make some fantastic motorbikes and their music's just unbelievable. Now let's just have another little zip around. Now let's just have a look around. Let's just say we're going out on a day. Look at it, beautiful. Everyone's fine. Look at it. I'll just do a bit of circle work just to show you the hull. Just to show you the hull, how it rides in that confused chop. Look at it, splashing through. It just cuts through it. It's amazing. The pelicans are having trouble today. Now, we'll go back and I'll show you over here what these things are good for. Now we come down here and all of a sudden it's stiller. And this is where this boat excels. If we wanted to sneak up into that little estuary there, you know, I'd stop. I'd put out the electric motor. There's heaps of room. You know, I could come up here, I could cast. If this was up north, be the perfect North Queensland creek boat. You know, this wind's blowing me to pieces. The drone's still handling it pretty good. Now I'm gonna have to back up. Not a problem. Yamaha just runs the whole time. Not a problem. Amazing things, these Yamahas. I've sold thousands of them now. Brisbane Yamaha's the biggest Yamaha dealer that's ever happened in Australia. And do you know, we couldn't do it if it wasn't for Yamaha because we hardly have any warranty. I can tell you, there is not a finer motor. Why? Because we've sold thousands, more than anyone else, more than any other dealer of any other brand in history. In the last 5 years, we have sold more than every other dealer in Australia, right? We sell as many as the Northern Territory combined, and I'll get 2 or 3 warranties a year. Of course, there's going to be something, electrical thing that fails, but as a rule, nothing. As a percentage, it's 0. That's why you buy a Yamaha, and that's why you buy a Quintrex. If you want to get yourself into an Explorer, call the team at Brisbane Yamaha and put yourself in the picture. Quintrex and a Yamaha, just the best. Hi, I'm Aaron Goodchild, the owner of Brisbane Yamaha. And you would have seen Brisbane Yamaha from the highway as you drive past. But there's a whole lot more that happens here behind the gates. Over the next couple of minutes, I'm going to run you through Brisbane Yamaha to have a look at our huge range of Quintrex boats on display. Baysports, the most popular fiberglass boat in Queensland. We have a massive range of used boats, used outboards, and obviously we're famous for being the largest Yamaha dealer in Australia. We've also got a massive chandlery with a full display of Yamaha accessories. We have in-house finance, a dedicated sales team who will find the right boat for you. We'll then run through into the workshop. We have state-of-the-art workshop with 8 mechanics. We have our in-house trim shop. Anything you need to do with a boat, Brisbane Yamaha does it in-house. As you walk into the yard, you'll notice a huge ocean of boats. We have the full range of Quintrex. Quintrex is the largest selling aluminium boat in Australia. Quintrex are known for their quality. They're known as being the finest aluminium boat built in Australia. And Brisbane Yamaha is very proud to sell them. We're Australia's largest selling dealer. We have the full range on display. Whether you're a caravanner looking for a car topper, a first-time boatie looking for a tinny, a family looking for a runabout, a bow rider, maybe you're a fisherman and want a top ender, or the ever-popular Triton range of half cabins. We have them on display, ready for you to have a look at. If you're looking for a fiberglass boat, Brisbane Yamaha is the sole distributor for Queensland for Baysport boats. Baysport is the biggest selling fiberglass boat brand in Queensland. For a reason. Fantastic ride, built in Queensland in Noosa for Queensland conditions, and incredible value. Brisbane Yamaha has the full range on display, from the 5-metre runabout to the 6.4 offshore weapon. Within the Baysport range, there is a boat to suit your family and your budget. From whether this 585 weekender that comes fully equipped to sleep overnight, go and spend the weekend at Tangalooma. Fantastic time with your family. Brisbane Yamaha has the full range on display. If you're looking for a fiberglass boat, do yourself a favour and come and have a look at the range. And if a new boat's not to your fancy and you're looking for a second-hand boat, we have a massive range of used boats. You've probably heard us on the radio. We buy boats, only quality, we test them in our workshop, and we supply warranty on them for your peace of mind.